Hi, welcome to the Gamesplainer. I'm Jeff the Gamesplainer, and today I'm gamesplaining Cottage Garden. Cottage Garden is a 1 to 4 player game that takes approximately an hour to play. It's published by Spielwise in Europe and has just been released by Stronghold Games in America. If you live somewhere else, you'll probably find one or the other version. Doesn't really matter, just go looking for it. You can click on the affiliate link below for Amazon and one of them will come up. I can't remember which one it is. Cottage Garden feels... It's by Uwe Rosenberg, who is probably most famous for Agricola and Caverna, but he has a heap of games in his catalogue. He's probably one of the most prolific game designers around at the moment. It is very similar to one of his other games called Patchwork, which is a 2-player game. In the similarities are that you're laying quasi-Tetris shaped tiles. They're not pure Tetris shape, and I hope that's not a breach of copyright using that word, but laying tiles onto a board to fill the board up. In Cottage Garden, you are placing flower beds or flowers onto your flower bed, should I say, and there are pots that take up spaces, and there are cloches or garden bells that also take up other spaces, and any of those that are visible at the end of the round that you fill up one of your garden beds, you will score points for, and you'll move a orange cube along a track for every pot that is visible, and you'll move a blue cube along the track for every cloche that's visible. That will keep going for 6 rounds of the board. There's a 16 square grid board that a gardener, it's a big green die, moves around. The tiles that are available to you are the ones that are in line with the gardener at any one point. Even though there's 16 on the board, you're only going to have a choice of a maximum of 4 at any one time. That will get refilled by tiles from a lineup. And at the beginning of the lineup, there is a wheelbarrow. It looks really cool. It's super cute. Super cute little wheelbarrow. The most useless piece of gaming equipment I think I own. It sits there. It looks awesome. It looks like it should do something, but it's a place marker. I kind of like that it's in there though. Totally useless, totally extraneous to the process of the game, but it looks really cool and it's cute. And I'm a sucker for games that have cool little pieces. So look, as unnecessary as this is, I kind of like that it's there. So anyway, that's enough about the wheelbarrow. You're going to fill up that track from tiles that you can see coming out. I've played this as a 2-player game. I haven't yet played it as a 3 or 4-player game. I think it would be a very different game with 3 or 4 players. As a 2-player game, it's relaxing. It's a calming game. It fits into the realm of the Tokaidos and Santorinis and what one would probably refer to as an elegant game. It just kind of flows really smoothly. Don't get me wrong, there's a lot of thinking that goes into it, but it's a serene game. There is no attacking of the other players. The only thing you can do to stop the other player being able to do something is take a tile that they might potentially want in a couple of turns. Because you can see which lines of tiles are going to be available to you. If you're in the 2-player game, you've got line 1 and line 3. The other player has line 2 and line 4. And when you come around the corner, those lines stays 1 and 3 all the way around. But obviously your 1 and 3 on the second side of the square is going to cross over the potential 2 and 4 lines that go the opposite direction. So look, that's kind of the worst thing you can do to another player is take a tile they're looking at for 3 or 4 times time. So there's none of this, I'm going to do this to stop you doing that kind of stuff. It just kind of runs. And it plays really easily. I like the game. I don't know how long I'll like the game for, but I do like the game. I don't know if there's much variability in the playability. I mean, there are a number of garden beds that are available. You may not even see all the garden beds, because all of them are 2-sided. There's a light side and a dark side. You start the game with 1 light and 1 dark, and then when you finish one, you flip that over. So if you've been playing the light side, the dark side will become available for the next person after you to need a new garden bed from the reserve, and you take the other one from the reserve, put that in, and so they cycle around without really repeating on themselves. So I mean that'll give a little bit of variability to the game, but I fear that after about 5 games I will have experienced all those garden beds. But then there's the order of the tiles. That's entirely randomized. You just throw them out, put them anywhere, doesn't matter what order, where they're at, as long as there's 16 on the gardener's board and the rest are in a line that goes somewhere on the table, that's fine. that will give some variation to the replayability, and look, the tile that you specifically want won't always come up when you want it. It might be ages away. So look, time will tell on that one. I think it is a good game. It's a fun game. It's not anything really hugely deep, but there's a lot of thinking and there's a lot of spatial awareness necessary. You are able to play the tiles on either side, so being able to look at a tile that's an L shape with a bit sticking out there is something like that. Being able to see that also works on the L side. You can't see. I'm going to stop doing that with my hands because that's ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous. But being able to see that that'll work on the other way and being able to actually do the spatial manipulation in your head is fairly important. But there's a ruling in the book that in the rulebook that allows you to you can take any of the tiles you want, mark it with a umbrella marker that they've got, and manipulate it around as much as you want before you decide. You don't have to go, oh, that's what I'm taking, I have to use that now. You get to just put that back, try another one, that's fine, you can take your time with it, use it. There's only maximum of 4 options at any one time. That's the game. That's it. It's fun, it's nice, it's elegant. A word that gets thrown around a little bit too much sometimes, but yeah, I think that falls into the elegant games. If you like Patchwork, this is probably a 4-player version of Patchwork. I can't remember if I was talking about Uwe, I don't remember if I actually mentioned Patchwork. That was the one I was coming to. Patchwork is the kind of the predecessor of this game. They feel very, very similar. So yeah, if you like Patchwork, this is a 4-player version, and it plays nicely. It's got a couple of extra elements to it, which are nice, and yeah, I hope you enjoy it. I hope that my videos help you get Cottage Garden to the table. If you've got any comments or suggestions, please write them below. If you've played Cottage Garden and you think vastly different thoughts to me, comment below. I like people who have their own thoughts. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter at the Gamesplainer to see what games I'm playing. Subscribe to my videos to keep up to date with the games that I'm gamesplaining. And until next time, enjoy gaming.